If you knew which coin is going to give you comparatively more return on your trades on a particular day, will that be better? When you look at Coin Paprika, Coin Market Cap, or anywhere where you usually look, you can see BCH or Bitcoin Cash did 30% yesterday. Yes, it's BCH. And before that happened, we put this out in the Patreon group for many to take advantage of that. Now, yes, it's not only for this one. We saw it coming and we put out that call. Now, is it only BCH which is going to go up in the recent price action? No, the price action actually shows that other assets will also blast out soon. I agree. And others are going to blast really soon. And XRP will be among them. When you look at other currencies which pumped hard, say Bitcoin or XLM, if you want to compare it with XRP, it shows you what is coming ahead. So now you look at BTC, right? BTC starts its most awaited correction. This will be news you're gonna see soon. So say expect somewhere around 20 to 35% of correction. Now, yes, some will be concerned by what I say about BTC, because they say that when BTC goes down, alts will also go down. But I would like to correct those who know what to look at during such times will always do better. Why? When you look at this is BTC XRP. So XRP to BTC, not USD. You zoom in and what do you see here? That is the probability there, right? So how will you validate your alt, let it be XRP or any other alt which you are looking at, will go up in terms of USD? You analyze them with BTC and USD pairs and then shows the pump, right? If both pairs are showing you a possibility, then it's cool. It's going to give you that return on investment. Okay, this is XLM. Here you look at the RSI and the MACD at the bottom here. Then the price here with the pattern. You get something, right? Now I will take you to XRP chart of same time frame. So you say, do you see something similar? Do you see an upside coming? Do you see that is going to be violent upside? Or even if it is slow with the current momentum, return on your investment is the key. So what does the RSI say? Okay, that's up to you. Now, the technical side of this is a lot when you go through and try to explain it and understand it, and then look at the near targets, right? So the technical side gives you the ability to understand that. And those who get the opportunity to take that profits, they are lucky. Now, the fundamental side of it is also important. Why do I think like this, right? Why this market cycle is going to be playing a part in different manner? Because there is a lot when you compare in fundamental and technical side of it. Say this tweet from Jared highlights something similar, which I talked about Bitcoin. Now we'll go through all of these fundamentals and tie it up with the technical so that you get better perspective. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. Now, everyone will have their own opinion on this. But if you bought way back, say $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 Bitcoin, then right now you are 10x in profit. So what do you actually do? Buy low and sell high. So if you are a guy who entered in this market below 4,000, you already bought way low and now it's the time for you to take profits. Say if you have 100% of Bitcoin, considering taking 50% out is not a bad deal, because anyway you're going to take out a lot of profit. Then you let the rest run. If you want to do that, that's going to be cool. Now that's what I personally look at. But if there is a correction, what do you think? Alts will pump and the newcomers will move mostly into which coins pump. But the institutions, mostly in US, they have the clarity for BTC and Ether. So these dip which you see coming like 20 to 35% should be bought again back up by the institutions. So yes, it can go back up, but the return on investment will be less. When I was saying I'm going to go out of BTC at 14,500 around 15,000, I know I missed. But if you look at the return on your investment after taking out your profits from BTC and putting that in Ether, and when it reaches the current stage, how much do you make that? If you were holding your BTC from that 15,000 level and right now around 40,000, how much do you actually make? When it reaches 45,000, you get 200%. But you were riding BTC, the Ether wave from that time, you already got that. Now, if you look at different assets, say the XLM pump, which we thought will get 60%, but we managed to get about 100. So this is how you make money. You look at the probability and then analyze it. The technicals. So the charts say which asset has more upside. What you expect in a medium term, which would be less risky instead of looking at the short time one. So when I say medium time frame, I'm looking at something which is going to give you that ability to look at both the fundamental part of this and the technical side. So as I just showed you, people are expecting Bitcoin to go down and a start of all season. So that can be a little bit wrong in terms of time, but the pattern which you see in the charts never fakes you, right? Because on the fundamental side, you do see this thing coming, and if that happens, it's going to be a lot more dangerous, and it's going to be more than what SEC did to Ripple and XRP. And this is a suggestion from Bank of America. Bitcoin bull run is the mother of all bubbles. Now, how you view it is completely up to you, but with the price and the indicators, then compare it to the fundamentals, you can decide what you want to do. See, when I say return on your investment, even if you enter here and get the target, it's doubling your money, right, in that medium time frame. So if you are entering into Bitcoin right now, you want to double, BTC has to move from 40,000 towards $80,000, right? Which will achieve it faster based on this. Now, yes, it's not only BCH. We see a lot more coins which are going to go 500%, 600% from here. But if I reveal all of those here, that won't be fair to the Patreon guys who pay for that and get it on that right time. The calls of breakout, the time to enter, where to target and all. So that is kind of an advantage which you will have once you start to trade with the guidance of the SI. Now, look at the charts. What does these state? Okay, the RSI shows you a divergence there, but the MACD is still moving to the upside. But you compare the MACD for a long time in the bull market, you understand, you sell the top. But we don't know which is the top right now, because there are guys saying 1 million BTC or 300,000 per BTC. You don't know what to believe, right? Now you zoom out, you go into different time frames, you look at whatever you want to do. But I want to again show you one thing. I've showed this before. When you hit BTC in any charts, the first one you get is from coin market cap, which is mostly used, but it only shows you two complete cycle. You go into a weekly or a monthly chart to see what I'm talking about. You see first wave here, and that wave ended by 2015, 2016, and the next one was the last cycle, that's 2017. So you got 1 and 2 market cycle and the third one beginning. So based on Elliott wave principle, you would be expecting this to go at least similar to that of what it did in the first wave. Now I'm taking you back towards Bitcoin chart in dollar terms itself, but Coin Paprika one. That means you get it from the first cycle here of 2010. So you got 1, 2 and 3 cycle, and this is the fourth one. You want to connect it as much as you can. Look at the trend pattern and all. Yes, this is moving like this. If you want to use angle, trend angle, you can again use this one, 24-degree. That's okay, that's cool. Now the next one, 12, 11, so it decreased by half. Okay, so what if it is going to decrease by another half? Where do you come? Okay, you come somewhere around 55,000. Now that is when you look at using the trend angles. You understand that a trend is forming and you are trying to do that and understand what's coming ahead. Now, okay, you can remove it and just take a normal curve and try to connect each top. So this one you got in 2011, then this one you put the top in 2013 December, then this one you got 2017 December, right? So you actually connect all of them and see where it actually comes out. So this should be connected. First one should be connected, second one should be connected, third one should be connected. So it all has to be connected. And then does this look something similar to what the trend angle showed you? In a macro perspective, it does. At least for my eyes, it does. Maybe I'm wrong, or I am wrong. You can imagine in that manner. But if these are true, those who enter into the market right now thinking 1 million Bitcoin, they get hurt if they don't understand what they are doing. Now, you can go try read the Elliott wave principle or any other stuff and then look at the market. So when we come back to XRP BTC pair here, if BTC is to drop and then XRP is already becoming ready or prepared to pump in terms of BTC, in terms of USD, it's going to rock. Now here, XRP pair shows you that it's going to go way much higher. In this RSI, last time from this bottom to top, it went up crazy. It went up even more than it was meant to. And we thought it's going to break, or it's breaking the base channel, which was really bullish. But it came back below and showed that this is the accelerating channel for XRP, similar to that of XLM. Now XLM did 180% last time, and this time it was 220%. That's not bad. XRP did 220% last time, so how much would be this time? So that's for those guys who entered at the bottom if you look in terms of percentage. But when you look, say, MACD here crossing to the upside from this bottom, RSI entering back into this trend, then the price is midway around this where you have the long-term resistance. Now understand, last time we took a lot of time to break above this resistance. But once we did that, we went way up. Now, if we are to do that, we will still have a resistance of this moving average here on a daily. Then this trend line here, so say 0.5, 0.52 will again act as a resistance for XRP, which if we break, next one should be around 0.78, which was the previous high for us, right? So now when you see the alt market in green, say 24 hours, if XRP is up 50% in last 7 days, even after this SEC lawsuit and other stuff happening, it's not a bad deal, because when you scroll through this, you get a lot of different coins which have done even less than that, right? So in last 1 week, when you look at LTC and compare it with BTC, compare it with XRP, XRP did well. Now the news of XRP, the fundamental side, at least which the media puts out and the narrative being played out on the XRP holders, it's not that cool. Not everyone understands the game. But if you do look at the market cycle of XRP, you can actually take any different charts which you want. You can actually go back to the XRP USD chart in terms of Coin Paprika or Coin Market Cap and look at the price fluctuation. Now on a monthly, you cross to the upside, but the MACD is still in the negative territory. Once it reaches the positive territory, it is going to go much higher. Think last time when we did this 220%, we were still in the negative territory, thinking that we are going to enter the positive territory soon. So next time when we are going to enter there, from this baseline, which is, we stayed in this baseline for a long time. And if you actually take that in terms of number of days which we put there, it's the entire market cycle. So, those guys calling for 0.1 again, I'm personally not sure of that, because we wicked once there. in this market cycle. And in the last market cycle, if you look, yes, we reached that territory once. So both time after putting that highs, we reached there once. Before that, we reached there once. So if you look here, we had a bottom here. After reaching the top, we again came back to that bottom. So history of XRP shows it reached there a couple of times, but after that, it never came too close. So you have to keep that too in mind and look at that in terms of percentage, because XRP is already moving up. I actually put out this pattern evaluation in my group saying this just happened. And if you are riding the wave, you would be expecting this one. And I'm giving that to you guys too. 0.39, say around 0.34 with the euphoria which comes with XRP. Because whenever XRP goes up, people will look for more upside and more upside. They never have enough. Why? Because they don't actually look at the patterns and understand what's the target. Once you understand the target, then you think like an investor saying, okay, this is the target. I will take my profit when it's 80 to 85% or 70 to 80% of that target. So that gives you the ability to calm down, think properly, and look for your next target entries. Now that is for those who are trading at least short to medium term or medium to long term. For long-term holders, that's not the pattern. For long-term holders, you will come back on a 12-hour or a daily chart and you look at this. This is the pattern, right? When you're breaking this particular line, say you put it here, but that's just a horizontal line showing you the top of that resistance line. But in order to get a clear view, you have resistance here, you have resistance here, here. And if you plot that rectangle here connecting all these, that's your support resistance zone. Now zoom in and look at the price, what it is doing. It came inside that. It is consolidating, and in the shorter time frame, it showed you the pattern that it is breaking to the upside. So if we move above 0.35, 0.36, that's going to be damn bullish on a longer perspective. And yes, on a macro scale, if you are looking back here, you get similar upside. You're going to go blasting through the roof. Why? Because you come down, you take the percentage which you are expecting for XRP from this bottom till this top, you get like 200% from this level. So say this is 0.34, right? So you just zoom out in the chart to just understand where this 200% from here will take you. You can just take your chart and measure it from there. You are going to reach, you are going to actually reach 200% when you cross $1 mark. So those who entered the market around 0.5 to 0.7, they still make profit when they hold it towards this target. Now that's only the medium term target. And remember, we had this medium term target which we were thinking about from August. If you saw the last video, I showed you the proof for that, right? We reached there and we corrected immediately. But the next time we do that, there is a change. There is going to be a change which you have to consider, which will be the trend lines, right? So this is the trend line right now. We broke above, we consolidated, we couldn't stay there. Because of the SEC news, we had that panic sell-off. Now when we go up there, after digesting the SEC, SHIT, we are going to go much higher. It's going to do better. Now you have to go through all of this stuff, looking at the fundamentals and say, yes, we see this. Yes, we digest this properly. And thinking like an investor, you go through this and understand, okay, so guys, there is going to be a huge economical war and it's still happening. Then you look at for how these XRP units are being transferred, which is in terms of millions. That's not actually a small thing. Now I'm running through these fundamentals because I have a lot to cover and explain to you guys. So digital assets as central banks' reserve currencies. Think about that concept and think what Ripple, the company, is trying to do. Now at the same time, this is what you can see. James put this one out. XRP new account activations hit 1-year high. That means there are still guys who understand that SEC news is just a cloud to keep you away from the truth. Wrath of Kahneman highlights this. Recording for later. Ripple Investors Standard Charter is now live with Cobalt. FX platform. That's a foreign exchange platform, a DLT based, 24/7 post-trade solution. Think between this. What is Cobalt about? How this is going to impact Ripple's Cobalt is going to give you that ability to do the back-end processing. How things are changing, even though currently how you have all these issues. XRP Crypto Wolf highlights this. Unlike Coinbase or other regulated exchanges, Korea and other Asian exchanges do not need to care that much of what SEC does, and investors in Asia are less sensitive, and that's what I can personally see here. In Asia, precisely in Korea where I am, people are going, crazy nuts. They're saying this price, I waited there, but that time I was not able to buy that. I missed it. Now you had that chance. And they came below 0.3, 0.33. They were really happy to buy this asset around 0.165, 0.18, 0.2. They were really cool because they understand this use case is there and it's real life use case. Real customers are being benefited. But when all of this is happening, there are still fake news coming out. Say when we see this thing, we think, okay, that's going to be cool. That's going to be punching. Even though Brad thinks like this, he won't actually put that out because of the responsibility which he has. So here he put this one. No, that's not me. I don't have an account on that. So you know why Apple don't allow to do Parler. Okay, now you understand that. Anyway, moving forward to the next tweet from XRP Crypto Wolf, highlighting this. Another nation, Kyrgyzstan, has proposed its first regulatory framework for crypto. So that is another clarity for crypto assets. One by one, each and every nation is going to take part in this. And when you see stuff like BTC going sky high, compared to where it was in the market cycle earlier, this thing pops out. Bitcoin holders barred from depositing profits in UK banks. Now, you would actually think in all the different terms, okay, now there are shops who accept BTC or other crypto payments. Then why do you actually want to put that back into the bank where you are going to hold it as fiat currencies, which itself is depreciating, guys? So why would you actually do that? So I think banks are getting this wrong. They are on the wrong end right now. They just wanted to, put that fear out there and say, okay, you put back your money in our bank. We will hold it for you. Don't put in these assets. We will buy those assets without telling you and we will profit. But we don't want you to do that. That is what they always do. Now, this thing is really interesting. Grayscale's XRP Trust. Notice of exempt offering of securities. Now, when this SEC thing is going on and they are filing it with Donnelley Financial Solutions and you go through this, you again get a little bit of clarity of going through all of this stuff, right? Yes, you understand this. This narrative is going to come out soon. But those who hold till that time need strong positions. Who will have that? That's the question. Because SEC says some banking deposits can custody digital asset. So when one side of banks are saying we won't take profits from crypto, regulations are coming out suggesting banks can actually do that, hold that, give the profits. That is going to be changing, right? So when you read here, ensure access to digital asset securities and capability to transfer them on the blockchain. Not engage in any business other than serving as custodian and effecting transactions in digital asset security. So these are going to be key factors. When we look at DLT technology and processing of its use case, and then the technical side, that's the profit which we are all looking at, it's going to be cool. You just have to stay vigilant to look at every way, try to digest information as much as you can, and if you can access calls for right time for the right asset which you have in your portfolio, that's going to help you. So if you really want to do that, you can look at the Patreon link is given in the description below. If you received value for your time, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you haven't done that already, you can do that right now if you want to. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.